Welcome to this free online course on machine learning by MT learners. In this lab, we will be implementing linear regression with multiple features. So let's start it. So we have imported some libraries like NumPy and Pandas. So now we are going to read a CSV file and we are going to create a data set. So our data, I am going to create data variable is equal to e dots read. So here I'm going to give the address, the path of the file which I want to read from my machine. So in my machine I have here, so I'm going to copy the path and paste it over here. So let's see our data. So this is how our data looks like. Like we have area, income, house age, number of rooms, number of bedrooms, and area population features. And prices are right answers that we will be predict soon, and address. So here you can see we have 50,000 rows, 5,000 rows and 7 columns. 7 column means we have 7 features, and 5,000 rows means we have total number of training examples. Like we have total examples 5,000. So now what next is we are going to create a x variable and y variable. In x variable, all the features like area, income, house age, number of rooms, number of bedrooms, and area population goes. In our y variable, our price will go. And address, there is no need of address, so we are going to drop our address from this data set. So we are going to create x is equal to drop. So from this whole data set, we are going to drop our price and address for x variable. X is equal to 1 means that the values that these price and dash is on our column, like we have column. If I give x is equal to 0, it will check from row wise. So x is equal to 1 means that column. So now if we print our x data set, x variable, so in our x we have these only features. There is no price column and there is no address column. So if I dot values, so now you can see it converts it into the array form. So now we are going to create a y variable. Y is equal to data of price and y. So here is the price in the right answers. So now what next is we are going to split our data set. So from sklearn dot model selection import train test split. This train test split is a function in sklearn model selection for splitting data arrays into two subsets, for training data and for testing data. With this function, you don't need to divide the dataset manually. By default, sklearn train test split will make random partitions for two subsets. However, you can also specify a random state for the operation, means you can specify how much data you want in your training set and how much in your test set. So let's say train test split. So what are the parameters? Parameters are x and y, and we will specify our model, like training size should be, can, like let's say I have 0.7. It means 70% of data will go in training set and rest of the data will go for testing. So now I unpack this variable, like 4 variables: x train, x test, then y train, and then y test. So now it's turn to put our model, selecting our model. So from sk learn dot linear model for linear regression. So now I'm going to create a variable model and fit the linear regression. And then we fit the model with that X train and Y train. Model dot fit. Now we have successfully trained our model with linear regression. Now we are going to create a variable for prediction in which we will give new values like X test to the model, and there will be the generated values that will be the prediction. So Y predict is equal to the model that we have fit now dot predict. So new values like that is are for X test, and now we will print our prediction. So these are the value that is the prediction by the model. So corresponds to this y test. So now we have our y predict and y test. Now we can also compare the results and check accuracy. Before that, we there are also some parameters that the model needs. So let's print that. Coefficient equal to so here you can see coefficient intercept. Both coefficient intercept are the parameters of the fitted line. Like see in the in the latest in the last videos in the simple linear regression function, we have w and b for the parameters. So this coefficient represents or corresponds to that w, and intercept corresponds to b. So intercept, that is the single value, but the coefficient, that w, is a vector that have the multiple values. Like for every feature there is a w subscript like w1. So in this example we have five features for x variable, so coefficient will be the five variables. So the next is we are going to compare the result, we are going to print the accuracy of the model. So that we are going to import our ask here. So from sk learn dot matrices, import to score. This art score is used to evaluate the performance of a linear regression model. Like it is used to check how well observed results are reproduced by the model. So best possible score is 1. It can be negative. So let's see what value is for our model. Like R2 score, we will give the parameters like y test and y predict. So here you can see the value is 0.916, quite close to 1. So this is the good fit, like good accuracy score. So now we can also plot our data, like plot this set on the scatter plot. So for that, we have to import our library, import matplotlib. So from matplotlib, dot sorry, import matplotlib dot py plot as plt. So what next is plt dot the title is our model like linear regression. plt dot x label. Now x label we have the actual values like y test, the actual right answers. And or on y label we have like y label we have our prediction. So plt dot scatter, we are going to give y test and y predict. So now we are going to run it. So you can see it shows us a simple linear line. So that's a good fit. So that's it for today. In the next video, we will be towards our next model, that is logistic regression.